guys, so this is part 2 of my Booktuber shoutouts. I just filmed the other one, you might be able to tell I look exactly the same, although this is being uploaded a few days later. In my last video I talked about 10 Booktubers I loved and think you should all check out, and that is what I am here to do once more, is talk about another 10 awesome Booktubers I'd highly recommend you check out. So let us begin. I'm gonna sneeze. So last video we left off at the R's, so the next person I'm going to talk about is Rinsey over at Rinsey Reads. Rinsey has been doing this for quite some time and she knows what she is doing. She makes really awesome booktube videos and does such an amazing job to promote diversity in the books that you read, and pushes herself to read so many different books by people of different ethnicities and from different places in the world and about different kinds of characters. So I would highly recommend checking out her channel because you're bound to find something you want to read, as well as maybe just become a better reader. And next is Reads and Daydreams, my good friend Lauren. I swear from day one Lauren just created the most on point videos on her channel. I subscribed to her not long after she started, I think, and her videos just blew me away. Lauren has such awesome taste. She reads a lot of literary fiction and classics, and recently she's been delving into the graphic novel genre, which I feel like Sana and I helped her on her journey into. She's a very discerning reader and has awesome things to say about books, and also one of my favourite series on her channel is her Page to Screen series, where she talks about TV and film adaptations of books she's read, which is also really funny and I just love her. Next is Claire from Reading Bukowski. Claire is an English student and she reads a lot of classics. It's just a really intelligent young woman. I wish I could speak as well as her when I was her age, and I would highly recommend checking out her channel. If you're not already into classics, you're bound to get into them by listening to Claire talk about them. And next up is a booktuber I've definitely mentioned on this channel before, because I swear half of my Amazon wishlist is because of her, and that is Mercedes over at Mercy's Bookish Musings. Mercedes' videos are so on point. She manages to do the most minimal editing, yet you would not be able to tell. She barely messes up ever. She always speaks her mind and she reads such a diverse selection of books, but I always know if she likes a book then it's going to be amazing, because she is not the easiest woman to please, but she reads graphic novels, fantasy, literary fiction, and she is the queen of short stories. So if you're looking for short stories collections, then I would check out Mercedes' channel. Now, somebody else that knows their short stories and on top of that knows their poetry, and I can't say I watch a lot of channels that do talk about poetry, and that's probably just because I haven't found them yet. So if you know any, leave them in the comments down below, because I do enjoy poetry. But that is Jen over at Jen B. Campbell, another author as well as a booktuber, and Jen has published books as well as published poetry. I love Jen, you know I love Jen. She's one of my favourite human beings and I love her videos. Every video she uploads is perfect from beginning to end, and she's probably responsible for the other 50% of my Amazon wishlist. So I would highly recommend checking out Jen's channel. And next up is Lydia Emily. Now, if you like the fact that I talk about classical literature, if you have discovered antiquity through my channel and want to read more classical lit and learn more about ancient times, then you have to check out Lydia. She too is a classical lit enthusiast, as I am, and her videos are just generally awesome. She talks about a lot more than just classical literature, so I'd highly recommend checking out her channel, especially if you like my channel. Next up is Tanya from List Obsessed Reader. Tanya is just another channel who reads an awesome variety of literary fiction and classics. I mean, generally I find a lot of the people I am subscribed to are very hard to pin down in the genres, and I had a conversation about this with some booktubers recently about categorising people, because so many of them read a wide variety of books, and that is what I love in their channels especially. So Tanya is another one of those fantastic eclectic readers, and I'd highly recommend checking out her channel. But since we're on the topic about debating genres to put people in, I have to mention Alicia Overexlibris, as I know she too is doing booktuber shoutouts and was trying to do it by genre, so like by people who read fantasy, by people who read classics. She herself is a massive reader of all things classics related, from ancient times all the way up to the 1900s, and you're sure to find something you like on her channel. She's also quite the collector of beautiful books, so if you like beautiful covers, you're sure to find some of those on Alicia's channel. How many am I on? 7 or 8. Next up is Holly over at Library at the Edge of the World. Now, Holly is an illustrator and a designer as well as a booktuber, so if you like books, beautiful books, art, all of that is on her channel. And she's also a fan of audiobooks, as I am, and You know I love to talk about audiobooks, so if you too like to hear about audiobooks, then I would check out Holly's channel. And last but not least, for this video at least, is Taylor over at Let's Get Lost in Words. Taylor has actually recently moved to Scotland to go to university, and I have yet to meet up with her, which is ridiculous. Hopefully that will be not the case by the time this video has gone up, because we keep meaning to meet up and then our schedules do not mesh. But anyway, off topic. She is Canadian originally, and she's another one that you're sure to find a good selection of classics on her channel, as well as hearing about her adventures in Scotland and her time at university. But that is another 10 booktubers for you. I think while I'm on a roll, and before I forget who I've mentioned and who I haven't, I will go and film the third installment of this, so look out for that if you enjoyed the last two. And again, feel free to leave down below some of your favourite booktubers. I'd love to check them out. Until next time guys, happy reading. I'll see you all again soon. Bye!